Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is ZX Crochet, and today's tutorial is going to be about this wonderful crochet flowery mesh vest. You can call it a top. And allow me say, the initial tutorial was made by Belina Bellwood, and it's on her YouTube channel, but it's made in color black. So I decided that maybe I could make it a little more clearer and with a smaller size. So go to her channel. She also has a sweater version of this same stitch on her YouTube channel. I'm going to be using a 2.5mm hook, a darning needle, and then the yarn is really small. So measure halfway of your bust and make a chain that's that size, I should say. So you make a slip knot, and after making a slip knot, you need to know that the stitch is made in multiples of 25 plus 2. So 25 makes up for only one flower. So for my case, I made a chain of 75. Those are 3 flowers, and 3 flowers accommodate a bust of 35 inches. So this is my chain of 25, just to show you how to do this pattern. After that, you're going to add on 2. Let's say you made a chain of 75 like me, you add on 2. Then for row 1, you're going to yarn over and skip those 3 stitches and go into the 4th stitch with a double crochet. So even if you chain 100, this is the same thing you're going to do. So continue and proceed with a chain of continue with only double crochets up to the end of the chain. And when you reach the end of the chain, you should be having, if you chain 100, you should be having 100 double crochets. If you chain 75 like myself, you should be having a chain, if you chain 75, yeah, you should be having 75 double crochets. So I made this, my demonstration chain was 25, so I have 25 double crochets. And also, one thing you should remember is that there's 3 we skipped count as a double crochet. So for row 2, you're going to chain up 3 and turn your work. This counts as a double crochet. So you go into the next, on top of the next double crochet. So you skip that stitch right there and go on top of the next double crochet. And we are going to be placing, this is like the second double crochet because we count the chain 3. So you're going to place 7 double crochets. You can see, do not forget to count because this stitch really needs a lot of counting. So this is my 7th double crochet. After that, I'm going to make a chain of 2, 1, 2, yarn over, and then I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches. You can count 1, 2, go into the 3rd stitch with a double crochet. This is 1 double crochet. We are going to be placing 4 double crochets into the next 4 stitches. So this is the 2nd double crochet, this is the 3rd double crochet, and this is the 4th double crochet. After that, make a chain of 2, make a chain of 2, 2, again skip 2 stitches, the next 2 stitches of course. So 1, 2, go into the 3rd stitch. So I'm going to be ending with my row with 10 double crochets. So when you end with 10 double crochets, you simply repeat the pattern. That's say if you made the chain of, let's say, 75, after this 10 you repeat row 2. Remember, we started row 2 with 7, so after the 10 add on the 7 and just proceed. But make sure at the end of your row you're ending with only 10 double crochets. So here we are. Remember, my demonstration is for only 1 flower, but you're going to need like maybe 4. That's why I said that you chain more in the beginning and then you just repeat whichever row I make. So see, you should be having something like this by now. You can count 7 at the beginning and then 4 in the middle, 10 at the end. So to make it a little more clear, you can This is what I mean count. This we started with 7, chain 2, then 4, chain 2, then 17. So this is like the 10, then add on the 7. That's how we begin another flower from. Then chain 2, another 17 again, chain 2, another 4, chain 2, then another 10. So you can see the pattern is a little more like an infinity kind of thing. So this is because when you have 10 this side and 7 this side, when you bring it together it makes 17. So that means that our work continues. Like if you were to put it in a round, it would just like be an infinity stitch, I should say. So we are going to begin working on row 3. So for row 3, remember we stopped on the 10 double crochets. For row 3 you're going to make a chain of 3 again. Remember the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. After that, go on top of the next double crochet, which should be the second double crochet I think, with another double crochet, and then I'm going to be placing 7 double crochets until I have 3 stitches left towards the box, or before the box I should say. The box is the one we made with a chain 2 space, I should say. So after having 7, this is my 7th double crochet. I'm going to skip the next 2, so that's chain 2, and then skip the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, go into the 3rd stitch with a double crochet, and now I'm going to be placing 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, or into the box. After that, I'm going to go on top of the next stitch with a double crochet. So these are like 4 double crochets all together, like after the box. So now again I'm going to make a chain of 2, 1, 2, and then skip the next 2 stitches and go into the 3rd stitch with another double crochet, then another 2 double crochets into the box, or into the chain 2 space. After that, on top of the next stitch, also place another double crochet. So we have 4 double crochets again, a group of 4 double crochets. So chain 2, again skip the next 2 stitches and just repeat the same thing. So now that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, this is the 3rd, and this is the 4th. Remember that chain 3 we made? Yes, that counts as a double crochet. So place your 4th double crochet there. So row 3 is done, and now you can continue to repeat row 3 until your whole row of maybe 75 or 100 is done. After that, make a chain of 3 again for row 4. Sorry, make a chain of 5 for row 4, and then after you're going to skip the next 2 stitches and go on into the stitch that's immediately before the box with the double crochet. After that, place 2 double crochets into the box. After that, yarn over, place another double crochet into the next stitch. Now you can make a chain of 4, then yarn over twice. We are preparing for a treble crochet, please, and skip all this and go into the box or the chain 2 space with a treble crochet. After that, make a chain of 4 again, and now we go, I don't know how to show you this, but you're going to skip the next stitches and go into that stitch, that stitch that is immediately before the next box with a double crochet, a normal double crochet. After that, place 2 more double crochets into that box, and now place your double crochet on top of the next stitch. Now make chain 2, skip the next 2 and place your last, skip 2 and place the remaining 4 double crochets into the next 4 stitches. So now you can see, I hope you have something that looks like this. So for row 5, you're going to chain 5 again, and after chaining 5, you're going to skip the next 2 stitches and go into that stitch that is immediately before the chain 2 with a double crochet. After that, you're going to make a chain, you're going to go into the next box with 2 double crochets, then go on top of the next stitch with another double crochet, make a chain of 5, and then after you're going to go, you see that before that treble crochet there is that space, chain 4 space, go into it with that single crochet, then go into that stitch of that treble crochet with a single crochet, and then go into the next space with a single crochet. So you should be having 3 single crochets. After that, make a chain of 5 again, and after that you're going to prepare for a double crochet, skip the next stitches and go into you skip 3 stitches and go into the 4th stitch with a normal double crochet. The 4th stitch is immediately before the space. After that, place 2 double crochets into that last space, then you can count 1 2 and go into the 3rd, count 1 2 from below, go into the 3rd, which is at the top, with another double crochet. So you have a group of 4 double crochets again. So for row 6, you're going to make a chain of 6 plus 2, which is 8, because that counts as a chain 2 to turn, and then it counts as the 6 stitches that we need. So turn your work. This is row 6, remember. Go into that chain 5 space with a single crochet, then after go into the previous 3 single crochet stitches with single crochet still. So that's the 3rd and the 4th, and the 5th single crochet goes into the chain 5 space. After that, make a chain of 6 again, and after that you're going to skip the next 3 stitches of double crochets, you see, and go into the 4th with a double crochet. This is 1 double crochet. Now place 2 double crochets into that last space and place 1. I showed you count 2 from below and go into the 3rd with a double crochet. For row 7, you're going to make a chain of 5 and then turn your work. After turning your work, you're going to skip 2 stitches and go into the 3rd stitch, I should say, with a double crochet. After that, you're going to place 3 double crochets into that chain 6 space. This is the 2nd double crochet and this is the 3rd double crochet. See? After that, you're going to make a chain of 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After making a chain of 5, you're going to come, you see we have 5 single crochets around here, but go into the 3 single crochets which are in the middle. 1, 2, 3, they are in the middle. So this is 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet. So after that, make a chain of 5 again, and still into that leaf you're supposed to place your 3 double crochets into that chain 6 space. But if you're of course your pattern is continuing, so you're going to be placing 3 here, and then the 1 will go on top of a double crochet, a previous double crochet. But since I don't have any more, my 4th one is still going to go into this chain 5 space. So this is the end of row 7. So for row 8, you're going to make a chain of 5, and after making a chain of 5, turn your work, this is row 8 you're working on, you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets and place your double crochet on top of the last double crochet this side. You can see it's the 3rd double crochet, or the 4th I should say. After that, you're going to place 3 double crochets into that chain 5 space. This is what creates the flower. After 3 double crochets, you're going to make a chain of 4, yarn over twice, because we are going to be placing a treble crochet. You see those 3 single crochets you made, go into the middle single crochet with a treble crochet. After that, make a chain of 4 again, and you're going to place 3 double crochets into this chain 5 space again. Not again, this is on the left, the other one was the chain 5 space was on the right, this is on the left I should say. 3. Now the 4th one goes on top of a double crochet. So after that, make a chain of 2, skip the next 2, place your last double crochet there, not your last. After that, place your 2 double crochets into the chain 5 space. After, you're going to be placing, I taught you how to count, place your last double crochet. As I told you, we should be having bunches of only 4 double crochets. So for row 9 I made a mistake, but you're going to chain 3, turn your work and place 7 double crochets. That's inclusive of the 2 double crochets in that box. After that, make a chain of 2, skip the next 2 stitches and go into the next stitch with a double crochet. Then again, you're going to place 3 double crochets into this chain 4 space. After that, make a chain of 2, 1, 2, and place 3 double crochets into the next chain 4 space. Like we have the left part and the right part, so the first one go into the the right part, and then the last 3 double crochets go into the left part. After that, place your 4th double crochet on top of the next double crochet. You can see. After that, make a chain of 2 and skip the next 2 double crochets, go on top of the last double crochet with another double crochet. Then place your last 2 double crochets into this chain 5 space, and then you'll be placing your 4th double crochet into that, on top of the 3rd stitch of the chain 5 space. So I hope you have something that looks like this. This is just one box, so you keep repeating each and every row until you finish the row of your pattern, I should say. So the next row 10, we are going to be placing our boxes here and here. Remember, that was row 2, so it's like repeating row 2, and then after you repeat row 3, and then after you repeat row 4, row 5, row 6, row 7, 8, 9, and then after row 9 you repeat row 2 again. So if there's anything you do not understand, just drop it in the comment section down below. I'll be so glad to get back to you. So continue to repeat this until you have something like this. You could be having a set of 3 flowers or 4, but I made it in width 3 flowers and in length they are 4 flowers. So you should be having 2 exact same parts. And you can also decide to have maybe a set of only 3 flowers or 4 flowers. It's really up to you and how short you want your top to be. So the next part, you're going to be joining, and this is how we are going to be joining. So first, you identify the parts you want to be at the top, like at the shoulder part, and after that you can bring them together in this way. Remember, our stitch will just continue to create that infinity touch to it, because where there is a box the other side, this side no box. Where there is no box the other side, there is a box this side. So it just continues to correspond I hope that makes sense, but it will make sense when you begin joining your work together. Another thing you need to know is I decided to go in only 10 stitches, so I'm just going to join 10 stitches on the left, 10 stitches on the right. So grab your work, and remember I said I'm only going in 10 stitches. So after that you're going to attach your yarn. I don't know why I went off the camera, but attach your yarn. You see this chain 2 space, go on top of, it's a chain 5, but as I said, you count 2 from down and go into the 3rd stitch at the top. So join your work together, and after joining your work together you can single crochet to just stiffen it off. And now we are going to continue single crocheting. So I grab a stitch this side, but this side no stitch, so this is like the 2nd single crochet. The 3rd single crochet, go in here and go into this pass 2 with a single crochet. Those are 3. This is the 4th. So I'm basically just single crocheting my work together. So I'm going to single crochet until I come up with 10 single crochets, because that will be meaning I've got 10 stitches together. And after this, my 10th single crochet, I can make a chain of 1 and now cut my yarn. So I don't know how deep you want to go into your work, but you can see that this is what I was talking about. The work continues to correspond. I hope you can see that. And I'm going to repeat this exact same thing onto the other side, this side of the top. So I don't know how deep you want to go inside your top, but make sure you leave a space for the neck. It shouldn't be too tight, I should say. So I'm going to repeat the exact same thing onto this side. There's nothing much to it really, just crochet, single crochet what you see, and it will form itself. So after that, I have a very wide neck which I want, and now I'm going to be joining in the sides. So remember, when you're joining your work, the wrong side should be the one you're working on. So this is what I have, and I want my armhole to be big. I don't know about you, so I'm only going to be going in from down. I'll be counting only 10 rows from down. Same applies to the bottom part, 10 rows in. Now I'm going to be placing my stitch marker, and then again count 10 rows on the right side. Place my hook, because I'm going to be working on this, I don't need a stitch marker. And then again count 10 rows from down going upwards. Makes up for 10 rows again. That's where the 10 rows end. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is attaching my yarn and just joining this work together. And as I told you, I'm just going to single crochet, nothing actually changes. So just attach your yarn and single crochet your way to the bottom of the top. Remember, we are leaving the armhole because that's where the arms are going to be passing, and we are joining the downer part to make it look like a top. So just single crochet your work together. There's nothing much here really, but I decided to go into that stitch with a single crochet like where the row ends, and in the middle of the row with on both sides, of course, with a single crochet. Just don't place too many single crochets in one space, and neither should you place too little single crochets in a given space, I should say, because you don't want your work wrinkled or too tight. So just single crochet your way to the bottom of the top. When you're done, you can just make a chain and cut your yarn. So I hope you have something like this. You see, you just made a single crochets and your pattern is just continuous, like you did something about it, and yet we didn't do anything about that. So I'm going to repeat the same process I did on the on the left side onto the right side. So I'm done chaining my work together, you can see. And all credits to Bellina Bellwood, and she has a sweater pattern of this. I hope you do not forget. You can check out her channel, and I'm going to be including the link to her channel in my description and comment section. So this is what we have. Our armhole is pretty big, and the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to be just attaching a row of double crochet around it, one row of double crochet, and we'll be done. So grab your hook, and after grabbing your hook, you're going to go into the line that we stitched our work together. I hope you can see it, but you can actually place you can start from any point of the armhole, but I decided to begin from like what would be the underarm usually. So attach your yarn real tight. I just made a single crochet to be sure that my yarn was tightly attached. Then make a chain of 2, and after making a chain of 2, I'm going to go around my armhole with double crochets. Now again, don't place too many or too little in the same space, around the same space, because this won't make your work look cool. As you know, we don't have a specific space where specific stitches for us to place the double crochets, so you're just going to figure that out. Just make sure you don't place too many or too little in the same space. So here we are coming to the end of this round. We just did one round or one row of double crochets. I can now count to the top of this stitch, or to the it was like our second double crochet, a second chain. Yeah, now make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. So after cutting your yarn, pull out the loop, and now I hope you have something that looks like this, or a little bit or more neat, I should say. So I'm going to repeat this onto this side, repeat what I've done on the right side onto the left side, and I'll meet you when I'm done. So I'm done placing my round of double crochets, and I hope you have something that looks like this. And the next thing we're going to be doing is weaving the ends. I'm going to show you just a little bit of that, and then I will let you continue the process for each and every excess yarn that's showing on top. So grab your darning needle, and now weaving the end. When you're satisfied, just pull out your darning needle, and then you can cut off the yarn if you want, and then you'll be done. So you can do that for each and every excess yarn showing on top. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials, and please, Bellina Bellwood's link to her channel is in my description, and it's also in my comment section, where you can find a tutorial about the same stitch but in a sweater format, and then another one in a vest format but for a chain 100 and a chain 75 like this one. So thank you for watching and happy crocheting.